Hi, my name's Brian. Today we're going to be putting some add-a-leaf or add-a-spring shocks to this Jeep Commander. It's a 2007 and the owner complaint is that it's a little bit squishy. So the owner's done some homework and he's found these details about this specific shock.
Monroe load adjusting shock absorbers. Commanders are, like Brian said, notoriously squishy in the back when you put a load on them, and these Monroe load adjusting shocks are guaranteed not to sag up to just over 1,000 pounds of load. So pretty impressive. And they're valved so that when you don't have a load, they ride like they're OEM, and when you do have a load, they automatically adjust and stiffen up the rear end of your vehicle, which makes it more comfortable and, more importantly, safer while traveling down the highway.
So basically, word on the street, this is the way to go. Cut. So as we go to put these shocks on, these can be a really difficult installation or they can be a very, very easy installation. We did it the hard way first. The hard way looks like this. You jack it up by the rear differential and that compresses your suspension clear up, and then when you go to put the load adjusting, height adjusting shocks on, you'll find that they're sticking clear down about 4 or 5 inches below where the point of contact or fastening is. And so you have to use a jack to push it up into place and then get it in, and you're working with a pry bar in here and a spring, and it just, all of this is going to be fighting you, and it'll be difficult to do it. To do this, you'll notice that I am wearing a shirt and tie, and that's just to show how I've got the white gloves that break easy on. I'm just showing you this is a really, really easy job if you do it my way. My way is support it by the frame in front of these control arms. If you follow the control arm forward, there's a little box and then the frame, and it's double layered. That's where we have those. And then we had to jack this up a little bit because the way we have it now, as you'll see in the near future, these shocks will be right exactly lined up to be where they need to be. That was upside down, but you get the idea. So I have a 15mm socket. I also have a 14mm wrench. It could be 1/2 inch or whatever. And basically you put on your 15mm, back it out a little bit, and then it's just going to spin. That's where your wrench comes in. Put the wrench here and just pull it out the rest of the way. And that makes it really easy. And then your shock, you can see that it's just in just the right position where the back axle's hanging down but supported to where it matches the length criteria needed. As I said earlier, these are also kind of a height adjust. They raise the back end of the vehicle up just a little bit and give it that kind of like rear haunches, a lot of muscle in the back kind of a look to it, kind of a hot rod look.
Also known as rake.
Rake. Dave says it's rake. We'll just smile and nod. Hello there. I'm just installing some shocks. Let me share a few tips with you. On the top, it's the same size. It's the 15mm. You just reach in there and it's supported from the back. So you just hit reverse and you're done. Just support the shock with one hand, pull the bolt out with the other. No need to get dirty. This is an easy job. So the way that you do this is you do the bottom, top on the removal, and then you do top, bottom on the installation. So you'll take your bolt, take your shock, put it up inside of there, and get it into place. Looks like the fender thing's giving me a little grief. It's because I'm holding it out too far. Go ahead and start this bolt by hand just a little bit. Just make sure you get 2 or 3 threads started. If you cross thread it by putting the bolt in crooked, this easy job is going to get a lot harder real quick. So start it with a few threads. As you go to torque this in, Dave had a question. As you start to screw the bolt in, this will be spinning fast and then it'll slow down and then it'll stop and vibrate. As soon as it starts to stop and vibrate, get off of it. If you want the factory specs, you'll need to get a manual. So the bottom's done, top's done I mean. It's time to go down to the bottom. So here comes the hard part that everybody struggles with by putting a jack underneath of this and having this be like a loaded gun, type of spring. when you do gunsmithing, the springs are some of the hardest parts because they're really strong, really small, hard to manage. But with this, if you get this at the right height by jacking up the frame and then supporting the rear axle, watch this. Be jealous. Be very jealous. Anybody who's done this and fought it with a jack is watching me right now. Their jaws drop and they're just freaking out about how easy this is. And that's it. The shock's installed. So remove the bottom bolt, top bolt, install the top bolt, install the bottom bolt, and use a little of this kind of technique and strategy, and this will be a really easy job for you. And I think I'm still pretty clean as far as I can tell. So this is an easy job. This is definitely something that you can do at home, but you will want to have a 15mm socket, and an impact gun's nice, but you don't have to have it. You can do it with a wrench. You can use it with a box wrench like this, a 15mm, or just a, anything that you can do as a 15mm. There's plenty of room to work. You just need to make sure that you have a jack and a couple of good jack stands. We're going to show you in closing where we put our jack stands, just so you have reference. Going from the back wheel, showing you where the jack stands are. As we come in, you can see the control arm there and the control arm mounting box. That's what this little structure is called. This is the control arm. We just put it into the frame here. This whole channel is the frame. You can see the tow truck and shipping hooks where they put a hook for a chain here. It's double layered here, is why we chose that. And so that's what you do, is you jack it up and down. It may move forward or backward depending on the angle and size of your jack, so just be ready for that, be aware of it. Well, thanks for watching your video. If you enjoy this video, I do a lot of others like it. You can just click the subscribe button above. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below, and be sure to click the like button. It'll help other people to find the video. We can help them out too. Thanks for watching. Now our off-road clearance just got Google Plus. A little bit higher than it used to be.